Desmond here from Performance Destination. If you're looking to have your car tuned, whether it's on the dyno or remote, reach out to us and see what we can do for you. We meet the needs on all computer systems.
Pretty lucrative. Showing up I think it was Baltic Super, who always had his tuner on the side. Well, 1600cc injectors, I'm running 42 PSI on injector pressure, but I don't really know much other than if I want to get that side. Extenders are all kinds of. There it goes. Okay. And then I'll hold it to the other side. Just put it back in the trailer here. All right, there you go. Right here.
So from here is boost leaking.
Correct.
And where's
right
the other spot with
top,
boost leaking?
Right here. I surprisingly didn't get any out of the injectors, which I really expected with the way he had it set up.
Okay.
Oh, and I think I had a little bit of a boost leak right here.
So what I was telling her was these little mini regulators, sometimes it would drop fuel pressure.
Okay.
Just a heads up. Well, I'm gonna, as we start going at it, turning it up, turning up the power, the boost, we'll start seeing how the fuel pressure builds and whatnot. But those little mini regulators always has fuel pressure issues. It'd be a hit or miss. Sometimes they work good, sometimes they don't. But I always recommend a full-size regulator. I know things might have been like a budget with this car, so whatnot. So it's just be mindful. Even if for y'all future cars, get a full-size one, a full-size reg, and so you never have fuel pressure problems. So because everything's untested right now, so we're gonna put it to the test right now. Everything's untested. So.
So he does have a flex fuel sensor in there.
Yeah.
However, I really think he'll want to make some improvements.
Yeah.
And then have it retuned in the future.
Me personally, on pump gas, I think it'd be like 600 on pump gas. About 600. 700, like you was talking about, that might be, that for pump gas, that's pushing it.
Well, I'd say 700 if he's running the E85.
Yeah. I remember you said on the phone. I was like,
he's also got an R154 that we have no record of. We know it shifts in gear. We know it shifts at slow speeds. But who knows? We might tear this transmission apart today. I don't know. So, new clutch.
Tomorrow's gonna be my last day in the shop.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's a 67, 66.
We've been working a lot of the cold start stuff on this thing, and just gonna finally just tweak it a little bit. Got everything set up, reconfigured the file, and we're gonna fire it up again. Let's see where we stand. Let the sensor warm up. Idling a little lower than what I want it to be. So that's fine for right now. And I'm gonna turn the idle up and set the base timing and begin. So we're kind of cleaning it up a little bit more. I'm taking small little steps, working it up slowly by slowly. I don't want to jam on it too much, too hard. You know, the goal is anywhere between 500-600 horsepower. We're already at 500. They don't want ethanol today, so I figured, you know, let me put a little bit more spice in it, but still keep it kind of safe for the pump gas. So I'm gonna try to see if I can aim for the 600, and we go from there. The car has some heat control problems. You know, I see it runs a little warm. Every single pass I have to like wet down the radiator, cool it off, let the fans cool it off. But then when I let the fans cool it off too much, then the car has battery problems. But so far so good. Boost is building up nice. AFRs look perfect now. It's gonna start working it up and start going from there. So we're going through everything. It's looking really good, looking really promising. I think we might be able to make some good jam on this thing. You know, very nice for pump gas. And then we're gonna start tweaking it, turning up some more. I'm gonna go through some more of the boost stuff on this, and start adjusting the boost controller. And I'm gonna start tweaking that up, and then go from there. So when I mentioned before to you about the whole thing about fuel pressure, so right now, okay, that's your fuel pressure. We're about to, I just tipped into it, the throttle, 3,500 RPMs, 100% throttle. All right, now watch how I'm gonna start going up. I'm gonna start going up with it. 52, 58, 63, 69, 72, 73, 73 again, 72, 72, 71, 70. It's dropping fuel pressure. So like that dropping fuel pressure, not only is it dropping fuel pressure, but it's also dropping boost pressure right there too. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go across. 21, 25, 27, 28, 27, 27, 26, 25. And it's dropping boost and it's dropping fuel pressure. Not only that, but your voltage is also dropping there too. So there's a certain way on these dashes. There's a you have to wire in something for the dash. A lot of times it's like a resistor or a bulb, and if it's not wired in when you use these dashes, your voltage is gonna get thrown off too on the vehicle.
Okay.
For this one, I'm not too sure which one you have to wire it up to, but
I thought that was only for the AEMs, not for the Haltech.
No, for Haltechs too. I've been doing a lot of remote cars on the dash screens, and they all been having voltage issues, and then come to find out none of that stuff was done. But the car is dropping boost slightly, nothing crazy, but it's dropping fuel pressure for sure. Up top, you know, up top. That's why I felt it on the last run. I was like, I don't know if it likes these plugs, but I'll know again. I'm gonna do another run. I'll know again. But it's dropping pressure though.
So is that is the secondary pump even kicking in? Have you seen that trigger?
I'm gonna check that real quick. I just wanted to mention that right now, how as we see. But then also the voltage is starting to drop off too. So you're at 12.9. We're at 13.3 over here, 13.4.
Yeah.
Right there, and then we start tipping. Then we start rolling into it. 13.3, 12.9, 13.0, 12.8, 12.8, 12.9, 13.0. You know, so it's like the voltage is also dropping as I'm going up a load as well. So that's something else to look into. Yeah, I do. My testing is a little different, and I promise you, I always find the boost leaks on cars in general. 9 times out of 10, I'll find the boost leak. Just the way how I just do it in general. So we're gonna find out, and we're gonna pressurize this thing, and we're gonna.
Yeah, it's hissing right out of there.
Yeah, it's hissing bad too.
Like I said, I had to cap it.
Yeah, do you want to fix this now? Because if it gets fixed later, the boost is gonna jump.
Well,
I'd rather fix it. If whatever we could do now, I have caps. Whatever we could do.
well, that's
This
what
way I could turn it. I could turn the value down.
But we have the idle air valve, and it's in there, and I changed the wiring on it, so we should be seeing it. Control.
Let me test other areas real quick. so that explains why the power is curving the way it is. We found the boost leak on the car. We're going to try to see what we could do to fix it. This is pretty good. This is still pump gas, like I said. This is still good, but we can curve this a lot better and make a little bit more power in between. The horsepower is right where we needed it to be, but you know, we can make a little bit more torque and just pick up a little bit for a spool a little bit faster. But overall, that's where the leak is. So that's going to affect idle quality, throttle, wide open, boost curve, all of that. So let's see what we can find. This car, like I said, it has some coolant temperature situation issue going on with this car. So like, I don't think the thermostat's opening properly. It gets a little hot even by cruising. Now like if you let it sit, we put a little air on the radiator. It's starting to cool off, and it's going good. The car was getting hotter. And then the AFR was trying to run away to more rich side, but now that the car is cooling off, now it's starting to lean back out of where it needs to be. But overall, you got some things you got to fix on this, so we're gonna call it done. It's a pump gas car, make it over 600, and that's that. Welcome back to the channel. This is Desmond Pierre here at Performance Destination. Had a new set of customers come in today. They are known for building some 2J stuff in the IS300s and Supras, local company. They came through with their IS300 for me to tune today, and it was a really good day. Found some bugs, fixed some bugs, made some decent power, and the car ran good. It was coming in, when it came in, it was bucking a little bit, running really fat on the fueling tables beforehand. Now this car runs great. Like, we was jamming on it hard. And this is pump gas. So today it was not an ethanol tune, it was a 93 pump gas tune. So I kind of made it a little bit more spicier, but not too crazy, but just enough where it feels good. So based off of his 93 tune, I know when that time comes, when we go E85, it's gonna rip, it's gonna turn up. You know, I kind of gradually put it in kind of soft down low and let it come up a little bit up top, and I think overall it's a good balance today. Finished it right at 612, 495, basically 500 foot-pounds. It started trying to make more than this on some previous runs, but I kind of wanted to blend it out a little bit better. This way it doesn't make too much too soon, and it's not too strong up top, because remember, this is still pump gas. It's a Haltech car, Haltech ECU, Haltech dash. It has a Precision 7666 Gen 2 turbo on it. It's a fully built engine, 1600 cc injectors, double pumper. The second pump is wired through the ECU, the trigger on through the ECU by RPM point and boost pressure. So the ECU tells it when to turn on. overall it's run good. A couple bugs he was having today was his idler control valve. Idler control valve was leaking. We did a boost leak test. It was leaking on these cars. I know if it's not working, then the idler control valve is wide open. So I don't know how it was wired before. We don't know. I don't know, and I'm not sure if they knew if it was wired correctly. Whoever did the wiring on it. Car also ran into some coolant temperature problems. I could see when I first came in and I just start the car up and I was just rolling on the dyno, just the first gear, just to start getting the fueling ironed out. I saw the temperature was trying to creep up to like 196, 203, which is really, really hot, really, really warm. For a car that I'd never even jammed on yet or got on it yet, I knew that was a little too warm. So I did a coolant leak, coolant bleed on it, and sure enough, found some bubbles. It helped it out a lot better. Threw some water on the radiator, put some fans on it, and it kept it underneath control. Typically, every pull I did was between 177 to 183 on the pulls, and by the time I let off on the end of the run, it was about 189, maybe 190, and it got more hot at sitting still, so he might have a sticky thermostat. But overall, he's happy. He told me already, he's like, bro, this is a building is for a customer, all I want is 500. And it always starts off at 500. As soon as we get to 500, then they always want a little bit more, and then once we made 600, he said, all right, I'm good with that. Let's stop right there. So I did this based off of what they wanted to do, based off of the goals they wanted to make, not much of like a horsepower goal of what I want or a boost goal of what I want. I'm tuning it based off of what the customer wants. A lot of the times the shops, they build these cars, they put them together. They don't want to go all out crazy. They just want something that runs good, feels good, fully nicely dialed. They put the car back in the customer's hands, and the customer decides where they want to go with it or how they want to tune it up with it. I'm fine with that. I'm here to serve my clients, my customers, and it was a good day. I'm happy that the car start right up instantly, no hesitation, no bucking, no nothing. If you crank it up, fires up immediately. Every gear rolls smooth. Fifth gear cruising was nice and smooth and dialed. Even the fuel trims on that was nicely dialed. Car runs really, really good right now. I'm happy for it. He didn't want to go on a street drive for like how we typically do our street hits, which is okay. I don't have to do it with everybody. Well, I'm glad also because he came here on a radial, and it's also raining outside, so everyone already knows as soon as a radial sees some water, it's a spin fest. So that's fine. He took it back to the shop, got some things you gotta look through. Also adding the voltage issue because the car was dropping voltage. It's an old battery. I told him that maybe it's the battery, ground, alternator. So you wanna make sure you have a good battery on these cars. You wanna make sure you have good voltage because where the voltage was dropping off, you could also see the fuel pressure was dropping off too. So we wanna make sure the voltage is at its high, so this way the fuel pressure can maintain its flow. We don't want that. We don't want any fuel pressure problems or anything like that. But then again, he also had like a mini fuel pressure regulator. A car like this, a setup like this, it's gonna want to demand a lot of fuel pressure all throughout. The higher we rev it, the more power we make, or even when we go E85. So I told him he needs to swap out for a full-size regulator. This way the car can run consistent. Weldon makes good regulators. That's a good regulator to run on basically a street car, race car, any car there is. Weldon makes a good regulator. This is what I run on my cars, what I recommend. There's some others out there. Aeromotive is really, really good too. And those are the two that I kind of stick with. I stick with what works. I stick with what gives me the less problems. And I, first of all, never see a problem with the Weldon. That's right out the question. Aeromotive, depending on if it's a mini or a full size. The full size, never see a problem with the minis. That can kind of be questionable. But overall, it was a good day. Car made some jam, saw him pump gas. I'm happy, he's happy. He took the car home happy as another new customer in the books. If you too would like to work with us, just like how he did, you can reach me at 941-268-7493, or you can catch me on all platforms, social media at Performance Destination. Please like, comment below how you like this video, and what else would you like to see? What other cars you'd like us to tune? What computers would like us to get into? You comment below, let us know what you want to see on this channel. Until next time, thank you.